John, growing up, did you always have a connection to the bush?
Oh yes, I was in the bush. See, I think I was brought up in the bush, and I had 6 sisters, so home wasn't a very nice place to be, so I spent most of my time out in the bush, and so it's all I've known, I suppose. And it's interesting because I feel totally at ease in the bush, and other people I go out in the bush with it in there wondering if a tree's going to fall on them or a goanna's going to jump on them or something. And that's never worried me. I'm absolutely at ease in the bush, and it's sort of my church, I suppose, to go out in the bush and wander around or just sit under a tree.
You took a different path and you became a mathematician.
I went to university at 25, and by the time I was 30 I had a PhD in mathematics, and so I came to South Australia because it was the only place where it was legal to build a Warrawong sanctuary. So I came to South Australia, and my idea was to teach mathematics or to do mathematics at Flinders University, and that'd pay me a salary, and I'd build Warrawong, and Warrawong was built for me, not for everyone else, and it was never going to open to the public.
Can you please give us a bit of insight into this amazing bit of headwear?
Well, this is my famous cat hat, and this is it, yeah. This cat was shot in Arkaroola Creek in about 1990, because I think that was about when it happened. And the person who shot it was Adam O'Neill, and Adam O'Neill was getting rid of the rabbits at Yuckamurra Sanctuary for me. So he was there, and he bought this cat skin down and gave it to me. So Pratt took this skin and put these pins in it, that are stuck,
Yep.
and put it on my head, you see, and said, "You're going to wear this tonight." So I walked into the Tourism Awards that night, and it was just unbelievable, the look on people's faces. So when it hit the front page next day, all the environment ministers saw it, and I'd had a bit to say, of course, and they had a special meeting, and within a fortnight it was legal for me to destroy all the feral cats on any sanctuary.
John, why is the concept of exponential growth so important to biodiversity?
Well, because every living thing attempts to do exponential growth. So if something's perfect, if they haven't got any problems, if everything's perfect, every species will grow exponentially. And so we get mice plagues and things like that because of exponential growth. Now, normally things are balanced out because they've got other things. Normally other things eat them, for example, and keeps their numbers down. But we've learned how to take ourselves off the menu, if you like, so we grow exponentially, and we have now from about 1700.
John, what is your hope for the future?
Well, my hope for the future is that people will understand that they're just one of the 8 million living organisms on Earth, plants and animals, and we're just one of them, and really we just should sort of give them a little bit of space and us not have so much. So I think we're heading there, and I think if we're going to survive we will have to get there. But the aim would be by about 2050 about half the world is reserved for things other than Homo sapiens.
John, what drives you now?
Oh, biodiversity and loss of biodiversity. I think it's, I know what's wrong with biodiversity, I know how to fix the problem, and if I don't get that across somehow before I die, then that'd be a shame if my grandkids sort of didn't die of old age because of me not doing my job. So I've got to get it across somehow.
Ready, John?
I have a fear for the future. Can I be heard? Can I get my message through? The yabba yabba is louder. It's all a sham, their numbers are never true. I'm a mathematician. I see things from a different point of view. Just wander out in my backyard. The land is interconnected. Everything depends on everything. Nature's evolution shifts under the weight of human beings. We can't return to Eden, but if we tried, we may just stay out of hell. I am old, and I am scared. Biodiversity. Double the following day, the loss is exponential. An Olympic pool is dry after 25 days. At first you don't notice what is gone, but it creeps up from behind. Where have all the insects gone? Biodiversity. Feral-proof fence by hand, half a dozen species or more I've saved while changing back the land. I did all I could to save the bush. Biodiversity. Human activity. Sanctuaries. This is my legacy.
Lo and behold, you can do this with biodiversity. You don't have to know how much biodiversity we've got. All you have to know is how much percentage we've lost. And you can say how long before the pool's empty. But if you do the maths on that, it comes out to a simple answer. You end up with, at present, we've got 20% of our biodiversity is gone, and that doubles every 20 years. So you know, in 60 years, we've got fuck all left.
If you want things to happen, you gotta walk the plank. If you wanna change your future, you gotta break the ranks. He's down on his knees, still pulling weeds, clearing the blackberry down at Scott's Creek. A brilliant mind, the giant John Wamsley. If you want things to happen, you gotta walk the plank. If you wanna change the future, you gotta break the ranks. He's down on his knees, still pulling weeds, clearing the blackberry down at Scott's Creek. A vanishing kind, the giant John Wamsley.
What do you think, John?
It's all very humbling, very humbling. That's all I can say, I suppose.
Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Is that all you could do, is shrug your shoulders and say it's good? Freaking hell. Bloody hell. Nobody's going to write a song about me like that.